Vertex AI is a comprehensive machine learning development platform that provides both predictive and generative AI capabilities. It allows you to train, evaluate, and deploy predictive machine learning models for forecasting purposes. Additionally, you can utilize the platform to discover, tune, and serve generative AI models to produce content. Vertex AI Studio lets you quickly test and customize generative AI models so you can leverage their capabilities in your applications. It provides a variety of tools and resources, including both UI, the user interface, and coding examples that makes it easy to start with Gen AI, even if you don't have a background in machine learning. Today, we'll guide you through Vertex AI Studio, where you'll unlock the potential of cutting-edge generative AI models. You'll explore Gemini and use it to analyze images, design your prompts, and explore multimodal capabilities directly in Google Cloud Console. To get started, I'm in a Google Cloud demo environment. This is how the UI looks like. On the top left side navigation menu are all the products offered by Google Cloud. Today, since we are going to be analyzing images with Vertex, I'm going to select Vertex and select Create Prompt. There are three sections to this page. The system instructions at the top. These are the set of instructions that the model processes before it processes the prompt. When a system instruction is set, it applies to the entire request. It works across multiple users, and model turns when included in the prompt. We recommend that you use system instructions to tell the model how you want it to behave and respond to the prompts. Then there are configurations on the right-hand side, which lets you select the models and configure parameters. And the prompt located at the bottom here lets you create a prompt that utilizes those multimodal capabilities. On the top left, I'm going to select the untitled prompt and give it a name, Image Analysis. On the right configuration, I'm going to select Gemini 2.0 Flash 001, which is already selected. If you want to work with something else, you can go ahead and select those models. In the configuration, we can come to Advanced section, and here I'm going to select Region as US West. Now let's get to the prompt. Here I'm going to select an existing image from my local storage. Now this is a picture. We want to give the title. I could have said title the image, but here I want to be more specific, so I'm going to say title the image in 5 words. And let's run this prompt. This says airport departure information board display. This looks pretty accurate because this is the timetable of the flights that I had given in. Looks pretty good so far. If it doesn't meet your expectations, we can modify the prompt to see if you get any different results. Next, we want Gemini to actually explain the image in detail. So let's replace the previous prompt and add a different prompt this time. Describe the image in detail. In the configuration section, we can adjust the temperature by scrolling from left 0 to maximum of 2. Temperature controls the degree of randomness in a token selection. The lower temperatures are good for prompts that expect a correct response, while higher temperatures are good if you need more diverse, more unexpected, or more potentially varied outcomes. Less predictability, I would go for a higher temperature. For more safe responses, we can choose 0. So since we have selected number 2, let's go ahead and run the prompt. The output says this image shows a portion of an airport departure information board display. The display has a black background with illuminated orange text that lists departure times and destinations. This looks pretty great to me since this is the image we had given in. Since this is a pretty standard board, so there's not much variation in the outputs, which is great because we do want consistent outputs for something that's very factually correct. Now let's say you did actually take a picture at the airport and you want to send this to one of your friends who is also arriving. So we can say read the text in the image and run this prompt, and let's make the temperature to 1 this time. Great. So we have the schedule here extracted from our picture. Further on, if you want to format the output to a list, we can replace the previous prompt with something like parse the time and city in the image into a list with 2 columns, time and city. Wow, this is a little bit more digestible output with easier to read schedule because it's in a table format, versus this was in a list format. Still readable, but this calls more easier on the eyes. Now let's say I wanted to find different cities and the percentages of the flights to different cities. So I can say calculate the percentages of the flights to different continents. Wow, the output is amazing. So based on the different flights to different countries and continents, it automatically grouped together all the areas where the flight is flying to, and it gives destinations percentage. So 100% of the flights are going to Europe. So that's great because the picture was of Europe only. Do we like the output? Please let me know in the comments below. So once you're finished working on your prompts, you can go ahead and click on the save button at the top right of the toolbar. For the region, we've already selected US West, so we can again go ahead and select US 1 and hit save. So we just talked about extracting information from an image. What if you have a video? So in this case, I'm going to actually upload a video from my local drive. We can go ahead and again check in the configuration that our model is correct. I do want to select Gemini 2.0 Flash 001. The model is selected as US West 1. So now let's go ahead and ask our prompt. Title the video, and just for the sake of reference, this video is a train going past through on a rainy day. Right, so let's ask Gemini how to title this video, and let's run this prompt. A red and white virgin train passes by in the rain. This is great because even I didn't notice that the color of the train and what it said on the train header and what company this might belong to. So this is great information. Let's see if we can ask to describe the video in detail and run this prompt. This video shows a red and white virgin train passing by on a rainy day. The train is traveling on a set of railroad tracks that run parallel to a building. The building is made of brick and has many windows. There are trees and bushes in the background. The camera is positioned behind some green foliage, providing a slightly obscured view of the train. This is perfect. This is a great description of that video. We can obviously go ahead and regenerate and change the temperature here, as I had mentioned before, to get more varied output. This was a very basic introduction to the Vertex AI Studio, and hopefully you got an understanding of how to use various different elements in the studio. For more questions, you can leave a comment in the comment box and I'll be sure to make a video on that topic. Click like, subscribe if you think I earned your time today. Until next time, this is Pooja signing off. Bye-bye.